Alright, today we're making a pendant. Let's get started. I fold the glass over itself using my L-marver. The surfaces melt together and I repeat the process. Once there is enough glass en masse, it is flattened out with the paddle. I like to involve elements of randomness into my work to guide the final form, similar to finding figures in the texture of wall plaster. You ever done that? This coerced chaos creates the rough perimeter of my blank. This also makes each piece unique and harder to replicate. There's no exact facial form in my head at this point, but as the glass is gathered into the size and shape I need, I come up with a mental image of what I'm going for. The target minimum thickness is adjusted by using my paddle. A certain thickness is required to buffer the speed in which heat will travel through the glass. This means the front side can be heated and worked while the back stays in place. Each color is different in terms of how it holds heat and how stiff it feels. The minimum thickness for this particular color I'm using is about 1/4 inch. With thin work, I have a smaller window to sculpt before it cools. With thicker work, I can add a bunch of heat, flour, and sugar and still have enough time to sculpt before it freezes. A spot for the bail to connect is made where the color rod was removed. Using a paddle and a reamer, I shape the bail out of a black glass rod. I was about to attach the bail at this point, but then I decided I would wait so I could have a flat surface for stamping my logo. Here I'm using my homemade graphite blade tool to sculpt details into the face. form the nostril, I use a small tool that is flat on one side and rounded on the other. The angle of the graphite tool is too obtuse to fit in this guy's mouth, so a thinner metal blade was more optimal for this part. Time to tack on the tongue. I didn't want it to have the look of that Halloween mask you always see, so I decided to make the tongue go upward instead. I have more length than I initially needed, but I don't want to take more material off, so I curled it up nicely where it'll be less likely to break or snag on something. This is another application where the behavior of the glass is affected by how stiff it is, and stamping something detailed will definitely tell you how stiff your glass is. Sometimes it just takes a few tries. I melt the bail onto the face and clean up the spot where the black rod was melted off. To adjust positioning, I use my graphite reamer. Then I go in with my mini torch to make sure the weld is smooth. I melt off the punty and finish shaping under the mouth. Once I'm satisfied, I set it in the kiln to cook away the stress and cool down overnight. Upon further inspection, I found the seam between the tongue and mouth wasn't as sharp or clean as I wanted it to be. When the glass is hot, sometimes two colors can't be differentiated very well, and so I thought this would be a good opportunity to demonstrate what is called cold working, which is exactly what it sounds like, shaping the glass while it's cold. That will all be in part 2, so stay tuned and hit the bell so you can be notified when it comes out. Thanks for watching.